Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to see a new concept. Actually, it is one of the main concept in maintaining the transformation or deformation of the skin. Okay, when we are using an animation controller which is connected through the joints, and the joints are given bind skin with the skin, and when we are using the joints you can see these kind of weird shapes. Okay, because the influence of the bones are not distributed properly or evenly on the skin. So to resolve this issue, we are going to distribute the weight or influence of the joint or the bone over the skin. Like what is the boundary that the particular bone can have its influence, and all these things we are going to do it. For that we are going to use a concept called paint skin weight tool. Okay, we are going to paint the skin weight. The skin weight is called as influence of the bone. Okay, influence of the particular bone on the skin, that is called weight of the skin. Okay, or weight of the influence, right? So see, say for example, you can see here, when I move this leg, okay, when I move this leg, you can see when I move this thigh, the mesh of this thigh is also getting disturbed, getting transformed. Okay, so how to avoid this? Okay, so and initially we are going to do it for only for the one side, then we can mirror the weightage value to the other side. Okay, for that we are having another option called mirror weight tool. Okay, mirror skin weights and paint skin weights. Okay, we are going to start with paint skin weights. See, say for that we should have a skin and joint structure with a bind skin and everything. Okay, like this. Come to front view, and I have turned on the X-ray joint. Okay, if I turn off the X-ray joint in normal mode, joints will not be visible. We need to every time go to wireframe mode and see the joints. So in mesh mode, to see the joints, I turned on the X-ray joints. Okay, so I can see the joints. Come to the front view, and before giving skin weights we can little bit adjust the joints. Okay, but that should be done before giving bind skin. Okay, now we have given bind skin, so we cannot adjust the joint. If need, we need to again unbind the skin and we need to adjust the joints. Okay, say for example, if I want to move this particular joint little bit down, now by pressing D, see it, I cannot move it. Okay, because it is being connected with the skin using bind skin. So once do unbind skin and position all your joints properly. Okay, then you can start with the paint weight tool. Okay, right, then the question is how to identify the influence of which bone is affecting which skin. Okay, so for that I'm just going to select the model skin, right click on the skin and go to paint skin weights tool. Okay, once if you click on that, you can see the blackened area, okay, and the influence is in white. See, I have selected this joints. See, I am coming from the root joint. You can see the root joint has got its influence over this area, that white color area. The white color area is the influence of the root joint, okay. So the root joint can control this area, but okay, it is coming down gradually and it is getting disappeared from this area, okay. The influence is getting little bit faded out, okay. Here the value are stronger, here it is getting lighter, and after this area it is not there. Similarly, so I am selecting this right thigh, okay. You can see the right thigh is having a very bright influence here in this area, okay, and also it is having influence in this area. You can see the mouse pointer, okay, which is turned into a paintbrush mode, okay. So by default it will be in this replace the paints and soft brush tool, okay, and opacity and everything, okay. Just do reset it, then you can see the original default brush size. See the white color or the influence of this left thigh bone, okay. See, I hope all of you have given this kind of proper naming. That is the reason initially I told you to give proper naming, okay. Okay, see, now this left thigh should have influence only on this side, okay, but it is having influence on this side. That is the reason when I am clicking on this, selecting this foot control, when I am moving it, when this bone is moving, this area is also getting affected, okay. And also similarly here, so maybe this joint or this joint, any one of the joint may be influencing this area, okay. That we should find out and we should remove the influence. See, same thing when it comes to the fingers, okay. I'm just going to select this finger control. I'm going to spread it. You can see this area of the mid finger is also getting affected, okay. And I'm giving 0, you can see here. Now see, right, this used to happen to most of them, okay. See, this finger, this particular joint or this particular bone is having influence up to here, okay, which is not needed, right. So we should select each and every joint, each and every bone, and we should check for the influence, okay. See, when I am rotating this, okay, you can see the influence of this bone, left mid finger base bone, is having influence of this finger here. You can see the mouse pointer. Also you can see, feel the influence of this joint or this bone in this finger. See, you can see when I'm moving this, it is taking influence here, okay. So how to resolve this issue, okay. So that is how we are going to start with paint skin weight tool, right. So for that I'm going to select the skin. See, you can keep or turn off this X-ray joints, it is up to you, okay. Okay, so I'm just going to select this skin and I'm going to the paint skin weights tool, right. And I have reset the settings, and say for example yeah, let me select this collarbone. Okay, collar joint. Actually this collar joint we have linked with the shoulder control. Okay, this acts as the shoulder control, but you can see this bone is having influence all over this area. Okay, this bone is having influence all over this area, so this influence should be limited only up to this area. Okay, but it is spread here and all. So I'm going to paint skin weight tool, select left collar. Okay, see, you can see the white color here. Okay, right, by default the brush size will be right. You can see the stroke and the radius will be 1. That is the brush size. In case if you feel it is bigger in your system, okay, maybe like this, maybe some settings have been changed. Okay, you can change it here, 0.5. it is small, I can change it 0.8, or I'm changing into 1. Okay, this radius you keep it as it is, and you come here, keep the option replace. Okay, don't make it into scale, add and smooth. Okay, do nothing. Right now just come out. We have selected the left collar bone here. Now I'm going to paint the influence. Actually it is influencing a few area. Okay, so I'm going to simply left click and I'm going to manually paint using my hand. Okay, I'm going to paint on the skin. Okay, I'm going to paint on the skin wherever I feel that this joint can have influence. I'm going to paint it on that area of the skin. Okay, I feel this is enough. Okay, but you see I am having more influence on the back, on the neck. Okay, how to resolve this unnecessary unwanted influence? Right, so now I am simply clicking on left mouse button and I am painting the weight. Okay, now I'm going to use shift, hold shift, and if I paint again it will get smoother. Okay, it will be smoothened. Okay, the influence is very hard here. Okay, say for example, if I am after painting this, if I am moving this, see, you can see my skin is tearing here and all. The influence become very very intense, very deep, or very high, and it is, the skin is tearing off here. Okay, so I can make it smoother. Okay, see, because here the influence is higher, but here the influence is not at all there. Okay, so here again I need, because the skin is tearing off here, so I'm painting the weight again somewhere. But see, really, do we need influence of this collarbone up to all this place? No, actually. So let us finalize where and all we need it. Okay, so I'm going to select shift and I am going to smooth the values. Shift, hold shift and paint it. It will smooth the values. You can see. Okay, and if it is more high here, you can click use control. Okay, select control and click. It will remove the influence. Shift will add the influence and control will remove the influence. Okay. Okay, I think this area is enough. So I'm using control again and I'm removing the influence. Okay, so I'm coming to front view and I'm holding my control and I'm removing the influence all and here. Okay, I hope this area is enough. Sorry. Hold control and left click. Okay. And yeah, I'm removing the influence here, again here. Okay. So I'm removing the influence here again. But the problem is here it is very high. Now I need to paint little more influence. I'm just going to click again. Okay. Little bit. So I'm just again giving influence here. So now I'm going to click shift and make it smoother. Click shift and make it smoother. Also, this particular skin is made of part by part and actually it is not combined. Okay, so it is having a problem. See here, the smoothing of the skin is not working properly because of the problem of the model. The model is not perfect. So again, I'm using control to remove the influence. Okay. Then I think I can add the influence but little bit less. So I'm adding the influence by reducing the brush size 0.5. I'm adding influence somewhere here. That's all. Now shift and make it smoother. Yes, it is getting smoother now. Okay, fine. Same thing, I'm just going to add influence here. Click on, yeah, I'm again make it smoother. Now here I need to make it smooth, again more smooth, but problem is I have flooded the influence. So again I'm going to select control and I'm going to remove it, remove the high density weight, control and left click and remove the high density weight and oh sorry, yes. Now I'm going to use shift select to make it smoother because the already nearby values will get spread in a smoother way. Okay. So this is one problem with this model actually. So I'm going to add little bit small values here and shift and make it smoother. Okay. So like the wise we need to paint it everywhere. Okay, now if I move it, you can see again the problem is here the values are intense. You can see it when I go to paint weight tool. Okay, see it is very intense. It should be gradually coming down. Okay, so this is the logic of paint skin weights tool. Okay, and you can see the influence is affecting on the face also. Okay, it should not come to the other side of the body. Okay, so come to the front view and again I'm going to the paint skin weight tool Okay, so it is taking influence on the face and other side of the body. So to avoid that, I'm going to increase the brush size. Sorry, it should be 1. Okay, or I can take it 2, or I'm going to take it 1.5. Okay, I'm going to control and click on this area and paint it. That means this joint should not have any influence here. You can see it is getting disappeared. Okay, so I'm just going to click Control and paint on the face. Okay, so it is removing the influence. Okay, now let us check. See, the collarbone's influence on the face and the chest has been removed. Previously what happened, when I move this, the face is tearing off, the chest on the other side of the body is also getting affected. Now you can see only this area is getting affected. So this collarbone influence is working proper, right? So this is how, second, yes, so this is how we need to apply influence. Okay, we need to give influence for each and every joint, sorry, each and every bone. Okay, see, now I have given more influence here. Now let us see what happens. Previously this area was tearing off. Now I have given full intense influence on this area. Okay, now you see what happens. Previously this shoulder or hand is tearing off. Now it is not. Okay, this dress or the cloth we have given intense or the full value here. Okay, so it is moving up to there. You can see the influence, right? So you can keep this kind of poses. Even after that you can paint it. Okay, it is not like you can paint in a bind pose or a T pose. Okay, you can select it. Now I am going to select the shift and I am going to smooth it. Okay, so you can keep the pose and you can do it, but do only one side. If we need to do on the other side, we need to simply remove the unnecessary influence of the bone of the opposite side. That is only we need to do for the other side. After doing one side, we need to go and click on skin and mirror skin weight tool. Okay, so before that we will see little bit more things, like this is one example, and let us see the right thigh joint. Okay, so I'm just going here to the paint skin weight tool, paint skin weights tool. I'm selecting left thigh. Okay, you can see the left thigh is having influence here. Okay, so I will do one thing. I'm going to do something like, I'm going to give the value maximum value 1, and if I click on flood, you can see the entire body is being given influence by this thigh bone. Okay, so we should check for this. That is why I asked you to keep or don't touch all the other options, right? Control Z, Control Z. Again I'm pressing Q. Again I'm coming back. Again I'm going to paint skin weights. The left thigh has flooded with its influence all over the body. Okay, I can show you the difference. Select the left knee. Okay, you can see the knee joint is having influence only on that area, but that left thigh, it is having influence that white color entire body. Okay, so I'm going to again change this value into 0. Again, if I'm going to give flood, okay, yes, select the left thigh, make the value 0 and give flood. Yes, now this left thigh has got no influence. This bone has got no influence. Okay, it has flooded with 0. The value has become 0. Okay, so see, I can increase a little bit, and if I give flood again, it is flooding the influence all over the body again. So what I need to do, I need to select the left thigh. Now I need to make it 0 and flood it. Okay, yes, it is here. Yeah, make it 0, flood it. Now I need to paint the weight of the thigh. See, if I select knee, it is having influence here. Now if I select thigh, no influence, and I am going to paint the influence. Okay, paint the influence, I am just selecting and simply using click. See, left thigh is selected. I am painting the weight. It is not getting applied because the value is 0 here. Okay, now I am going to change it to 1, but I am not going to flood it. Don't flood it. Okay, now it is like replacing the value. Okay, previously, now I am going to add the value. Okay, add the value and give the value 1, right? Now I am going to paint it. You can see the value is getting painted. So the thigh bone is having influence in this area only, right? Only in this area. Okay, now let us check. If I move this, see, previously we had a influence of this thigh bone here. Okay, now after entirely making it 0 and giving the value from 0 to new, I mean giving the value freshly, you can see we painted this area carefully. Okay, so the influence is less. And now what I need to do, I need to remove or recheck the values of this joint, sorry, this bone in this area. I need to remove the influence in this area. So again, I'm going to paint skin weight, come to front. Yeah, now I'm going to use shift. Okay, so here I am going to make it replace. Okay, shift, and I am going to paint it. Okay, you should paint very carefully. Okay, you should not paint here. Sorry, I should select control. Sorry, yeah, to remove, because I'm going to remove the influence. Control. Okay, control. Select it and paint it everywhere. Okay, see here, I'm just painting it completely. I'm clicking on the control, going to the back side. I'm painting here. Left click plus control. We will concentrate. Oh, sorry. We will concentrate only on this area and we will see the result. Okay, I think I have painted enough. Okay, now let us see whether it is having good effect or not. Yes, I hope so. But what the problem here is, still it is moving because the influence of this knee joint may spread all over here. Okay, so this influence of this knee joint even may spread there. Okay, so we need to check for that again. So I'm going to left knee, and before that I need to smooth the values, right? You hold shift and smooth it little bit, hold it, smooth it little bit. Okay, right, now I'm going to left knee. Yes, I told you, right? When I'm selecting left knee, you can see the influence in white color here as well as here, this place. Okay, so again this kind of problems will come. So this left knee bone is having influence here. Again, hold control, come to front view, hold control and remove it. Okay, remove it, replace it, replace in the top also. Okay, because this knee should not control this thigh and this knee should not control this right leg. Okay, so entire right leg we need to paint it, and we need to save the right leg from the left leg knee bone influence. Okay, now let us check whether it is whether it is working or not. Yes, mostly it is working fine. Okay, see, mostly it is working fine. You can see previously there is a transformation here. Okay, now the left knee has not been controlling this area. Now again I'm going to select ankle. See, the ankle is having influence here. You can see the white color. I'm zooming in. Okay, that is why it is having this shape. Okay, so I'm going to control select and I'm going to repaint this. See there, here and all. Oh, okay, here and all, this left ankle is having some problem, some influence in the right side. So I'm holding control and I'm going to click and remove all this influence, right? So I should select here and all. I think some influence is there. Remove everything, control and paint it. Okay, now let us check. But still some influences there again. So again I should go to paint skin weights. Again I should select this left ball joint. Okay, so this ball joint again may have some influence over here, right? So likewise we need to check for each and every joint. Okay, and remove the influence in the opposite side. Okay, so let me show you one more example with finger. then I will show the mirror skin weight tool. Okay, see, actually it is easy, but it will be time taking. It will be taking too much of time. We need to find out which bone or which joint is influencing which part. That is time taking. Okay, but it is understandable only. So now I am just going to select this joint, and I'm going to see this index spread. Okay, you can see the fingers are getting deformed. Okay, the fingers are getting deformed here. Okay, so it is very simple. So for this index spread, I have used only this joint. We have used only this joint in set driven key. Okay, so we need to control this. So I'm going to paint skin weight tool again. I'm going to select left collar, shoulder, elbow, wrist, palm, left index, base. Yes, you can see the influence of the base finger has been spread too much of the area. Okay, even it came up to the thumb finger. So reduce the the stroke size. Okay, I'm making it 1, or I'm making it 0.5. Okay, so I want to remove this area and all, so I'm going to control and I'm going to remove the value. You can see the values are getting removed. Okay, come to the top view. Okay, this influence can be only here, not for this finger. So I'm going to, sorry, I have pressed the shift. I should select control. See, when I'm selecting here, control selecting here, it is affecting the value of the original joint also. So I'm going to give control Z. I'm going to reduce the brush size smaller, 0.3. Sorry, yes, 0.3. Yes, 0.3. Okay, so now I'm going to press control and remove this. Even I'm making it smaller, 0.2. This area and all I don't need. So this joint should not control any of this skin. So simply select control, click control and hold it and paint it all the way. Okay, in all the view, see here in this view you can see some value. I am removing that in this view. Okay, I hope it is clear. Now I am going to select this joint, which is called index mid joint. See, again this mid joint is having some white color influence here. That is the reason when we are moving the spread, okay, you can see the difference now. Previously this area is also tearing off. Now you can see this area is affecting, and this area is also affecting. So I'm going to again go to paint skin weight tool, go to the top, select the left index mid joint and click on control and remove the influence. See, our target is to make this finger independent or not to be disturbed by any of these 4 joints. Okay, so yes, control and remove it. Now again I'm going to select the index tip joint. Even this may have some influence, so for safety we are clicking control and we are removing the paint and end. Okay, again I'm going to remove it. See, our target is when we are moving or rotating this finger, this finger should not get affected. Okay, now let us check. I'm turning off this X-ray joint. Mostly it is fine, only very mild influence is there. Okay, very small influence is there. Okay, so I'm going to vertex mode. Actually in this area some influence is there, right? So I'm going to top view and I'm selecting this vertices. Okay, the joints are getting selected, so I'm going to manually select these vertices, this area, this few vertices. Okay, okay, and I'm going to remove all the influence of these joints in by using some other technique. Okay, because we have used paint weight technique all the way, but still we are having some influence. When I rotate this joint, this area is slightly getting affected. So for that, a new technique, it is called component editor. Okay, you go to Windows, there in general editor you can see component editor. Okay, in component editor, right, I can select the smooth skins, because see, I have tried my best to paint the values of all these joints here as 0, but still this vertices are having some influence, and when I'm moving this is also getting affected. So I'm selecting this vertices and I'm going to Windows and open component editor. Okay, and in this component editor will display the input value of the selected vertices and which are all the joints or bones giving input to this vertices. So this vertices from which bones it is getting input, that we can see in component editor. Okay, so here it is like when I'm clicking on smooth skin, you can see the inputs here. Okay, and see left index, see this is left mid finger. Okay, so left index finger, left index mid joint. Okay, and left index base. Okay, so left index base, when I am making it 0 for this vertices, it is having some influence. This left index base, okay, having influence on this vertices. I'm going to select it, make everything 0. Okay, now we will see how far it is working. See, it is fine. We have removed all the influence. It is 0, but I think some mild influence is there. Okay, but that is not due to the influence of this joints. Okay, that may be the extension of this skin. Okay, now I think this finger is perfectly all right. Okay, this component editor is one new technique which you should use only if your paint skin weight tool that effort extremely if it is not working fine. In the rare cases like this only you should use it. Okay, watch this component editor part multiple times, only then you can understand it. Okay, and now I will show what is mirror weight tool. Okay, mirror skin weights. I will show you what is mirror skin weights. It is, we have done for one part of the body. Okay, for the other part, if the model and the joint structure are symmetrical. Symmetrical means both left and right are having same structure, same volume or same size or same value over the skin and the same skeleton pipeline. Okay, and same skeleton hierarchy, left and right are both, then it is symmetrical. Okay, if this character is not having one hand, he lost his one hand in a war. Okay, so he won't be having this part of the arm. His shoulder joint will finish here, but he is having the right arm. Then this model is not symmetrical, this is asymmetrical. So in that case we need to do paint weight tool manually, because we cannot duplicate or mirror this weight here, because the bone structure is missing here and it is having extension of bone here. Okay, so now how to find the mirror skin weight is working perfect or not. Okay, so just imagine I have done finished my all my weight painting for left side, selecting each and every joint of each and every finger and painting over here for palm and wrist and everything. Okay, see, if we should do like, if you are doing like this, again you should do for this elbow joint also. You can see the shape is not perfect, and elbow joint is having influence here in the biceps of this body. So this is shoulder joint, so you should select this elbow joint and remove the influence here. Okay, so only then it will be looking perfect. So you should do all these things. Okay, then we should start doing the mirror skin weight tool. I think I have given enough information about the paint skin weight tool, and the most technical thing, component editor, you have learned that one also. Now select the skin. Okay, go to paint skin weight tool, come to front view. I'm going to select the left thigh. Okay, we can see this is the influence. We can keep in mind. Okay, we can see. Before that I'm going to reset the tool because my brush sizes are too small. I'm going to reset it. Okay, so this is my left side weight of the thigh joint, thigh bone. So I'm going to select the right thigh. Okay, where is the right thigh? Root joint, left thigh, lower back, right thigh. You can see both are having different kind of value. This is having some light influence. Okay, but this is having very strong influence. Okay, but this kind of influence should be smoothened. Okay, you should press shift and smooth it. Okay, then this is fine. Now I want to replace, or I want to copy this value same here. So we saw the difference. Left thigh is intensely highly packed with values and the right thigh is light. So I'm going to apply this value. So for that I'm going to select the skin. Okay, I'm turning off this X-ray joint. Select the skin and go to skin and take mirror skin weight. See, X, Y means what will happen? We have mirrored the joints, mirror joint, we have done it. Okay, we have done one side and we have given mirror joint, so it came on the other side. For that we have chosen Y and Z. Okay, so similarly we have checked the values in which axis it is appearing properly. Okay, so for this one also I need to check the thing. So this should come here. So I'm going to apply mirror skin weight in XY position and I'm going to mirror. Okay, something has happened. Now I need to check it is properly happened or not. If not, I should go back again. So I should go back, sorry, come down and check right thigh. No, it is not properly happened. So I should give Ctrl Z and remove the mirror skin weight. Okay, now again I am going to the skin mode, select the skin and come here to the skin, go to mirror skin weight. Sorry. Okay, now I am changing the value into Y and Z, the axis. See, you should make sure this positive to negative should be checked on. Okay, now if I am giving mirror result 1, something has happened. We will check what happened. Go to paint skin weights. It is left thigh, and when I am coming down I should select the right thigh. Yes, the same influence has happened here. See, there is also a mistake happened, that is also being mirrored. It is not a mistake. See, when I am selecting left thigh, you can see this left thigh is having some mild influence here that I need to remove. Okay, but I didn't notice it. I have given mirror skin weight. Okay, now when I'm coming down to the right thigh, you can see the same main influence, and that influence also appeared in the opposite way. Okay, so before giving mirror skin weights, we should choose either one side, only one side of the body, that may be left or right, and check for all this kind of extra influences, and we should remove it and we should smoothen the values. Then only we should give the mirror skin weights. Okay, I hope all of you understood this. Okay, this may be a time taking task. Okay, so from by the next class we will see something about the facial mouth shapes and expressions. Okay, so thank you.